And welcome back to another speed reno. Today I am doing 131321 Chic Street in San Myshuno. I think this apartment was pretty bland. You'll see in the screenshots the top view of the apartment before and after, and you can see I've added a lot to it. The floors and walls, I decided to go with wood, and some tile in the bathroom. I started off thinking that I wanted to do blue, and like wood colors, but I totally forgot about the blue, so the bathroom's really the only thing that ends up being blue. But I ended up making the bathroom a little bigger and making the bedroom a little bigger. I also took out, there was another bedroom, and I took that out to make the living room bigger, because really there wasn't a living room before. So this would be a good apartment for a single sim or a couple, no children. So I ended up just adding the same floor as the living room has into the kitchen. I also didn't realize you couldn't change the front door, so I was going to change the doors around, but I ended up just keeping them all the same. I thought that looked okay. And so right here, I'm just kind of laying out the bathroom a little bit, and I realized that I wanted it to be a little bigger. And if anyone knows how to get rid of that little thing on the floor in front of the shower, please do let me know. I tried to place a rug, but it showed through the rug, so I ended up not even placing a rug. Now that I think about it, I probably could have placed a rug in front of the counters, but I ended up not doing that. So I picked out these cupboards and counters for the kitchen, and I think they look nice, kind of like old retro style. I guess not really good at deciding what kind of style something is. I'm just good at deciding if it looks right, in my opinion. So I ended up placing the fridge there, and I think it's a pretty decent sized kitchen. You could have fit a table maybe in that little corner over there with one chair, but I decided to put the table in the living room, off to the side. So I picked out these cupboards with the dishes in them. I think they look nice, and I think they match the counters, although the color, the shade is a little off, which kind of bothers me a little, but not terrible. But yeah, so I ended up pulling those cupboards down and adding in a stove and a stove vent. The little orange vent, I really like that vent, but it just seems like way too close to the wall, so I ended up going with this one right here, which I thought kind of looked nice with everything. And the couch I picked out, I believe, came from either Eco Lifestyle or Tiny Living. Maybe Eco Lifestyle, maybe even Island Living, not really sure. I'm not good at picking things out, but this little window over here, as you can see, I put the wall through it, so it makes the window look black in the living room, which is fine, I guess. But of course, on apartments, you can't change the windows. But I really like these big windows in the bedroom, so I didn't want to add too much curtain to where you couldn't see out them. So I just added these simple white curtains and these kind of sheer curtains for the other two small windows there. And I do end up changing this wallpaper in the bedroom. I just don't think it looked very good. And the bed I picked out, I think looks okay, but I'm sure there might have been a better bed, but that's the one I chose, right there. And this is when I decided I wanted to do kind of brown, themed furnitures and things like that. And I think this bureau I pick out, not that one, but this one here, is from Seasons, maybe? It could be from Base Game, not sure, but I thought it looked nice, the darker wood with the darker wood of the bed. I changed it here, yeah. So yeah, I think that looks nice. It kind of matches the bed. And I wanted to put a little chair over here, but I ended up placing an easel and some little decorations by this big window, which I thought looked nice. And I found a little brown stool in Debug, which I've been using lately, and I just placed that under the easel and put put a paint cup and a paintbrush on that. I think it looks nice. I certainly could have used the paint stand that comes with in one of the rooms, but I ended up using that, which I thought looked nice. And I think I found a pretty good mirror for right here. I think the colors kind of go with it, everything. And so yeah, these canvases took me quite a while to find them, so I'm probably going to end up making like a tiny little room with the canvases in them so I don't have to fiddle with that. Now, as you can see here, I have a much larger selection of items than you usually do when you're in Build Buy, and I think that comes from Twisted Mexie's Better Build Buy mod, which I use. So that's quite helpful, especially when you're looking for something and it's hard to find. It's easier if you have more options to look at. But this little makeup brush, couldn't get it to work, so I ended up deleting that. I'm sure that probably could have got it to work with an OMSP shelf, but just got rid of it because it was frustrating me. But I definitely need to start using those OMSP shelves more. And then these little nightstands, I thought they kind of worked, but I don't know, it just looked weird. Like, I feel like the nightstands would look better if there was more bedroom on each side of them. It just didn't look right to me, so I ended up making a custom headboard. I added some base game cupboards, the really tall base game cupboards on the sides, which I think they really kind of brought everything together. I would like to do kind of like shelving on the sides so you could add lots of decor to it. That would have been nice as well, or even some clothes behind the bed instead of the plants, but I think it looks alright. I tried to add a mirror, but quite honestly, I'm not really sure how to do that, so I'll have to look that up. I'm sure there's a way to do it with the tool mod, but not too great at the tool mod yet, but I've learned a few things. But so yeah, it probably would have looked better if I had shelves on the side of that now that I'm looking at it, so then I could add more clutter to it, but it is what it is. I think it looks okay. As you can see there, I'm just trying to see if I could somehow add some clothes, but it didn't work out. I do end up adding the clothes to the other side of the room though, right here, and I don't even think I changed the swatches of those clothes. I probably should have done that, but they look okay, I guess. The ottoman I end up adding at the end of the bed, and I think that looks nice. I wish it did come in like a brown swatch, but the white's okay. I'm not sure if that basket at the end of the bed, the clothes basket, makes it so your sim can't sleep in the bed. I didn't test that. If it does, you can always just take that out and put it somewhere else or delete it altogether. But this couch, I don't know, this couch just looks so nice with the color of the walls. That's why I'm kind of thinking it might have come from either Eco Lifestyle or City Living, or not City Living, Tiny Living. But this, when I was editing, I realized that this coffee table doesn't really look that great, but I probably should have grabbed a different one, but I didn't, so you could always switch that out for something else. And I was having trouble with the TV for a minute. It was clipping into the shelves, so I just grabbed another TV. But I'm using these immaculate shelves again from Base Game, and they just come in handy for so many different things. I take this bookshelf and I place it in there to give the illusion that there's books on the shelves. You can't use it, but I do end up adding a bookshelf in later on, so you'll at least have a bookshelf. And again, I should have used the OMSPs here. Not sure how that would have really worked, but I need to start using those more because they look. I've been watching a lot of speed builds and they look like they're very handy. And also on the top of this this TV unit here, I added this like cat statue right here, and I realized later on when I was taking the screenshots that it is floating, so I went back in and fixed that. And in the bathroom, I also had forgotten to put the soap dispenser up by the counter, up by the sink, so I fixed that as well. It was sitting on the floor. You'll see that in the screenshots as well. But yeah. So I think this turned out okay. I haven't done too many of these TV units, but I think it looks pretty good, in my opinion. I wish that these shelves on each side of the TV could have different decorations on each one, but it is what it is. I wish they would add more things like that into the game where where one item could become, 10 items because each item has different decor on it, but it is what it is. I still think there's a lot of nice items in The Sims 4, and I contemplated putting a circular table over there, but I decided not to. So I just placed this tiny little table here, and I think the chairs go nice with the couch. And I ended up taking that magazine rack out at the end and placing a bookshelf and a chair over there, which you won't see in the video, but you'll see in the screenshots. And then here I'm adding this like little sailor dude next to the tiny fish tank. And I also end up adding a little fish food container, which I discovered was in I discovered it was in debug, I think. Debug or live edit, one of those. A couple of builds ago that I did. So I've been using that ever since. Then I just add like a little treasure map, and I size down this plant here and throw it up there. I think that looks nice. I really like how you can size things up and down. And it is clipping into the counter a little bit, but it just makes it look like it's a shorter pot, so that's fine with me. And over here, I struggled a little bit with the little setup over here. I think I ended up putting like a little coat rack or something right there too. But I really like this little picture of the mountains here that I ended up deleting apparently and placing another one. But I like it anyway. And so yeah, going back into the kitchen, I'm just adding some more decor. And as I was editing this, I realized that I definitely could have added more decor, especially in that little corner over there with the paper towels. But it is what it is. You could always add in a few more things yourself. And placing this little sponge again, I wish it was yellow, but it's pink. But I think it just adds like, realism. And I think I did add, I can't quite tell, but I think I did add a soap dispenser in there as well. And I think I found the perfect little curtains here, which you'll see in a second, for the kitchen. It's a pretty good sized kitchen, I think. But I definitely could have added more decor now that I'm looking at it. But it is what it is. You could certainly add whatever. I just thought these curtains looked nice. And then I just add a broom and dustpan and a garbage can and a little vacuum sort of deal over in the corner. I don't know if you can use the vacuum. You might have to move that. You'll see that in the screenshots, I think. The screenshots were kind of hard because I'm not very good at them yet. I think I'm getting a little better, but so bear with me. I will get better as I go. But yeah, I threw that rug in the bedroom because I realized I didn't have a rug in there. Rugs, paintings, clutter, they all just make everything look better, I think. And like I said, this apartment was very bland to begin with. It was extremely bland. Little furniture, no decor. So I think it looks nice when I'm done with it. So yeah, I wanted to add that clock, but it just didn't look right. And I end up actually moving that fan into the kitchen. But we're coming close to the end of the video. I'm just adding the decor into the bathroom here, and I think it turned out okay. Definitely, again, I could have added more decor and clutter into that corner counter there, but I think the bathroom looks pretty good. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I am slowly working on my editing skills, so it will get better. But yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you, and goodbye.